Right. Hello, with Professor Andel, I am Coach Nick. We are here to show you your weekend Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu curriculum that we have covered the last few months. So we're going to show you all of the techniques we have covered, and how I will structure it is I'll show you the techniques first, then we'll do it step by step. We're going to start today with our takedowns, consisting of our single leg and our double leg takedown. First things first, we'll get started with our single leg takedown. To start, Professor Andel and I are in our wrestler stance just like this. I'll show you the technique first, then we'll do it step by step. Okay, single leg takedown. So, first things first, we're in our wrestler stance. The arms are in the way. So the first thing I do is I clear the arms. Once the arms are nice and clear, I'm going to take a nice step to the outside of my partner's lead leg. Make a nice little squat. Once I'm here, I'm going to reach down and scoop up the leg. Once I scoop up the leg, I'm going to keep my head up nice and high and the leg tight to my chest. Once I'm here, the last thing I'm going to do is using my head, I'm going to drive my partner down to the mat. So one more time for the single leg takedown. First things first, I clear the arms. Once I clear the arms, I take a big step to the outside of my partner's knee leg. Once I'm here, I scoop up the leg nice and tight, keep my head on my partner's chest. Once I'm here, I keep the leg nice and tight. I use my head to drive my partner down to the mat. And that is your single leg takedown. Okay, this is your double leg takedown, your other takedown that we covered in the last few months. I'll show you what it looks like first. I'll do it step by step. So this time for your double leg takedown, instead of having a wrestler stance, your partner's going to have their feet side by side. This is what it looks like. All right, your double leg takedown. So this is what it looks like. First things first, just like before, the arms are in the way. I'm going to clear the arms. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go heel, toe, knee. So heel, toe, knee. Making sure my lead knee is between my partner's feet. Once I am here, I'm now going to take my hands, I'm going to block my partner's legs nice and low and glue my ear to their waist. Once I am here, I'm going to use my back foot to drive my partner forward and take them down. All right, one more time. Your double leg takedown. First things first, I clear the arms. Step two, I go heel, toe, knee. Once I have my heel, toe, knee, I'm going to use my hands to block below my partner's legs and glue my ear to the waist. Once I'm here, I use my back foot to drive my partner forward and take them down. And that is your double leg takedown. All right, this is your Bullfighter pass from open guard into side control. This is what it looks like, then we'll do it step by step. Right, the Bullfighter pass. First things first, I took my partner down, he's in his open guard, his feet are in front of me. I'm going to use my hands, I'm going to make connections in the form of grips on my partner's knees. So I'm grabbing the gi material of the pants, these are my grips. Step two, I'm going to pick any direction, I'm going to take a step in that direction. Now, as I take my step, using my grips, I'm going to straighten my arms and push my partner's knees away from me. Keeping my grips, I'm going to bring my nearest shoulder down to their chest. Once my shoulder has established connection with the chest, I release my grips and I make my side control with one arm under the head, one arm under the arm, and I'm chest to chest. So, the Bullfighter pass. So, once we're here, I make grips on my partner's pants, just like this. Step two, I take a step in a direction. Step three, I use my grips to push my partner's legs away from me. Once I'm here, I'm going to go shoulder to chest on my partner and keep my grips. Once I have my shoulder down to the chest, I release the grips and I go to my side control. Head and arm, chest to chest. And that is your Bullfighter pass into side control. All right. This next technique is going to be your knee on belly to mount from side control. This is what it looks like.
Watch out from the sleeves, okay? Yeah. Always keep pressure, especially on the chest. Like, keep your, and most pressure on the chest.
Right. Knee on belly to mount. So, I'm starting in side control. I have head and arm, and I'm chest to chest. First thing I'm going to do is I already have one underhook. I'm now going to get my second underhook. So I got double underhooks. So one arm under the arm, one arm under the close arm. Once I'm here, I'm going to use my underhooks as posts and pop up to my knee on belly. My knee on belly, I have my shin across my partner's belly and a kickstand with my other foot. This keeps me balanced. Once I'm here, I'm going to take my knee on belly and go down to the mat. Staying nice and low. Now I have my knee to the mat, I'm going to use my foot that's on my partner's chest to quickly slap the mat. This makes it so I don't get caught in their guard. Once I'm here, I keep the arms nice and tight, knees down, I establish my mount. So one more time. Okay, start with head and arm side control. Once I'm here, I make 2 underhooks. Then I pop up to my knee on belly with a kickstand. Once I have this, I'm going to bring my knee on belly down to the mat. Now I'm going to slap the mat with my foot so I don't get caught in guard. Making that nice sound, I go down, knees down, and establish my mount. And that is your knee on belly to mount. Okay, we're now going to cover some submissions from the mount. So, to start with, this technique is going to be your X choke from the mount. I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll do it step by step. Okay, the X choke from mount. So, first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hand. I'm going to take one hand, I'm going to make a cross grip with my palm up on the inside. So right as deep in the collar as I can. If I need to, I can use my free hand to free up the slack. Once I am here and I have my first grip, I'm going to walk around nice and low and make my thumb in X grip. So I put my thumb in on the other side, I make my cross grip on the other collar. Once I'm here, I'm going to bring my head down on the same side as my X grip. So once my head is down like this, I'm going to finish the technique by keeping my elbows tight on my partner's chest, and I'm going to pull backwards gently until my partner taps. So one more time, nice and slowly. First things first, with my palm up, deep in the collar, I'm going to make my cross grip. Once I have a nice cross grip, I'm going to get low, walk my other hand around, and with my thumb in, I'm going to make my X grip on the other collar. Once I have my X grip, I'm going to bring my head down on the same side as my X grip. Keeping my elbows tight, along my partner's chest, I'm going to pull back nice and slowly until my partner taps. And that is your X choke from the mount. All right, the second of our mount submissions we're going to cover in the last few months is our S mount armbar. I'll show you what it looks like first, then we'll do it step by step. The S mount armbar. So, the S mount armbar looks just like this. So first things first, I'm going to pick an arm to attack. My partner's arm on top is the one I want to go for. In this case, it's this one. So, on the same side, I'm going to go knee to ear, shuffling my weight up, but making sure I stay heavy on my partner. Once I am here, keeping my weight nice and low, my partner, I am now going to use my heel on the other side and go heel to shoulder. This establishes my S mount. So now my weight is on my partner's chest. Once I am here, with one arm scooping my partner's arm to attack, I'm going to make a post with my free hand. Still staying nice and heavy on my partner. Once I am here, I lean towards my post just enough to bring my leg behind my partner over their head. Once I have the leg over, I am now with the arm going to sit back nice and gently, keeping everything tight. Once I am here, I have the arm between the legs. I'm now going to pull the arm to my chest. And with the wrist to my chest, I'm gently going to lift up my butt for the arm bar. One more time. S-mount arm bar. First things first, I pick an arm. I'm going to go knee to ear on the same side. Keep my weight on my partner. On the opposite side, I'm going to get my heel to my partner's shoulder. This establishes my S-mount. Once I'm here, with one hand attacking the arm, my free hand is going to make a post. With this post, I'm now going to lean towards that post just enough to get my back leg over my partner's head. Once I am here, the arm is between my legs, I'm going to sit back on my butt, and now I can attack the arm. With my legs tight, I use my partner's wrist and pull it to my chest, and gently lift up my waist for the arm bar. And that is your S-mount arm bar. All right, we're now going to do some escapes from bottom position, starting with your frame escape from the bottom of mount. Show you what it looks like, then we'll get started. Okay, the frame escape. So, first things first for the frame escape. My partner's weight is on top of me. So, keeping my legs up, I'm going to use my knees to bump my partner forward so they post on their hands. Now, my partner's waist is still on me, so what I need to do next is I want to build my frames. So I'm going to use one hand, I'm going to block with my entire arm, I'm going to block my partner's leg, I'm going to use my other hand to block on their waist, connecting my hands like this. Once I have my frames, I'm going to turn completely to my side. This may cause my partner to stand up. Once I am here, using my frames, I'm now going to shrimp as many times as I need to, until my feet are out. Once I am out here, I'm going to establish connections with my feet to the hips. All right, my partner's on top of me here, so they have their post down here after I bump them. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build my frames. So I have one arm blocking the leg and one arm blocking the waist with my hands one on top of each other. Once I am here, I'm going to turn completely to my side so I'm facing my frames. Once I am here and I use my frames, I'm going to shrimp as many times as I need to with my feet until my butt is out. Once I am here, I get connections by getting my feet to my partner's hips. And that is your frame escape from bottom mount. All right, this is your second escape from the bottom. This is going to be your trap and roll. I'll show you what it looks like first, then we'll get started. All right, the trap and roll. So, my partner is on top in mount. So, I'm going to use my trap and roll to escape. First thing I'm going to do is my partner is postured up. I'm going to use my knees. I'm going to bump him forward, making him post. Once he's posted down, I'm going to use my hands. I'm going to hug my partner's arm nice and tight to my chest, preferably keeping their hand off the mat. Once I have this hugged nice and tight, I'm going to use my foot on the other side. I'm going to block my partner's foot. Once I am here, I have an arm and a foot trapped. I'm going to bridge my hips up towards the ceiling and roll towards the trapped arm, keeping this arm as I roll. Okay, so my partner is postured up. First thing I'm going to do is I use my knees to bump my partner forward. Once they post on the ground, I'm going to use my hands to hug my partner's arm to my chest. Keeping the arm nice and trapped, I'm going to use my foot on the same side to block my partner's foot. Now that I have an arm and a foot trapped, I'm going to bridge my hips upwards to the ceiling and roll towards the trapped arm. And that is the trap and roll escape. All right, next up we have here is your chair sit back take. We'll show this technique from a couple different angles and we'll do it step by step. Okay. The chair sit back take. So, never run love this one, but for a chair sit back take, we're going to start with side control. We're going to roll our partners to our side to start the technique. So, as I roll my partner to my side, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a seat belt. So I'm going to bring one arm under my partner's head and one arm under the top arm. I'm now going to grab my choking arm with my top hand. Once I'm here, I'm going to step into my Captain Morgan. Once I have my Captain Morgan, I'm going to windshield wiper, so my leg is right on my partner's back. Once I'm here, I'm going to sit on my butt, holding my partner. And once I'm here, I'm going to rock my body towards my partner's feet, and my seatbelt will pull my partner into back control. One more time, we'll do it from a different angle. So start. I turn my partner over. So first things first, I'm going to make my seatbelt. So one arm under the head, it's my choking arm, and one arm under the top arm. I'm going to grab my choking arm with my top arm. Once I'm here, I'm going to Captain Morgan over top, keep my foot nice and tight to my partner's belly. With my leg that's behind my partner, I'm going to windshield wiper. So I bring the knee behind the head, and I windshield wiper my leg so it's on my partner's back. Once I'm here, holding my partner tight, I sit on my butt. I'm going to rock my body towards my partner's feet so I can put both hooks in for my back control. Let's go here to mat. I have my back control with my seatbelt and two hooks. And that is your chair sit back take. All right, this is the staple choke of jiu-jitsu. This is the rear naked choke from back control. I'll show you what it looks like first. I'll do it step by step. Right, the rear naked choke from back control. So I have my seatbelt and hooks. First thing I'm going to do is with my top arm, my choking arm, I'm going to make a V underneath my partner's chin, just like this. I can rest my hand on my partner's shoulder. Once I am here, my hand that's under my partner's arm is going to come out so I can use my top hand to grab the bicep. Once I am here, I'm going to slide this hand behind my partner's head so they can't see it. Now with both hands hidden, I'm going to gently glue my head to my partner's head and squeeze my elbows together for the choke. My partner taps, I release it. So one more time. Using my top arm, I'm going to make a V underneath my partner's chin. Making sure the chin is aligned with a groove in my arm. Once I am here, my bottom arm is going to come out so I can grab my bicep. Once I have my bicep, I'm going to slide my hand behind my partner's head so they can't see it. Last but not least, I'm going to gently squeeze my elbows together, glue my head nice and tight until my partner taps. And that is your rear naked choke from back control. All right, we're now going to show you how to escape from back control. This is the pop the arm escape. I'll show you what it looks like first, then we'll do it step by step. Right, you pop the arm escape. So, my partner has back control with their seatbelt and two hooks, so I'm going to defend myself and avoid getting choked. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my 2-on-1 baseball grip on my partner's choking arm. So I have one arm over top and one arm down towards the wrist, just like this. Once I am here, I'm now going to dig my heels into the mat. I'm going to scoot forwards as many times as I need to. Once I am here, I'm now going to use my baseball grip. I'm now going to pop the arm over my head to the other side and keep it nice and tight. I never want to let go of this arm or I'll be put back into the seatbelt. Once I am here, I'm going to turn towards my partner's arm, get to my knees, and posture up. The whole time I was holding the arm. One more time. So I'm here, first things first, I make my 2-on-1 baseball grip. Once I have this grip, I do not let go until I finish escaping technique. I put my heels in, I scoot forward. Once I am here, I use the grip to pop the arm over my head and glue it to the other side. Once I am here, I keep this grip, I turn towards my partner's arm, get to my knees, and into my partner's guard. And that is your pop the arm escape from back control. All right, this is your Captain Morgan guard opening sequence. I'll show you what it looks like first, then we'll do step by step. All right, the Captain Morgan guard open. It's a big word. So first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it 2-on-1 on one of my partner's arms. I'm going to keep it nice and tight to their chest. On the same side, I'm going to step up to my Captain Morgan. Once I have this, I'm now going to step up to my other leg and rotate. My partner's guard should open. Once I am here, nice and easy, I'm going to take one grip and then I'm going to walk back and grab the ankles one at a time. And now I'm here in open guard. Just one more time. So first things first, I'm going to use my 2-on-1 on one of my partner's arms. Once I'm here on the same side, I'm going to Captain Morgan just like this. Once I am here, I'm going to step up to my other foot, keeping this grip, and rotate my hips. Once my partner's guard opens, nice and easy, one ankle at a time, I grab an ankle, I step back, and grab both to open the guard and escape close guard. And that is your Captain Morgan guard opening sequence. All right, last but not least, a little bonus technique that we covered the whole month. We're now going to show you the dummy sweep. If your partner opens your guard, you can catch them off guard with this sneaky technique. I'll show you what it looks like first, and I'll do it step by step. So let's say press forward, open my guard, we get to here. This is what it looks like. Dummy sweep. So, again, good technique to catch your partners off guard if they open your guard. So first things first, my partner is standing on top. Both my hands are going to grab my partner's ankles. Once I'm here, I'm going to make my hooks inside between my partner's legs, just like this. Now, once I'm here, I'm going to flare my legs nice and wide to take away my partner's posture. Last but not least, I'm going to use my knees to push my partner. I'm going to pull the ankles at the same time. As I get up, I get a sweep on my partner. One time. My partner opens my guard. I can still get him. I can still catch him here. First things first, I grab the ankles with both my hands. I'm not going to take my feet. I'm going to make hooks on the inside between my partner's legs. I'm now going to flare my shins nice and wide. Once I'm here, I'm going to push with my knees and pull with my grips. This will be my push-pull motion. And I execute the sweep. And that is your dummy sweep. And that is your last technique.